Hello, folks. This is Symbolic reporting out to you on the Council of 12 show, which took place yesterday, Saturday, January 16th, 2010, on blogtalkradio.com/Council of 12. The show was called the H1N1 virus. That's swine flu. Who should get the shot? Should you get the flu shot? Should I get the flu shot? Essentially, folks, the answer is just about everybody should get this flu shot. We had two guests. We had Dr. Michael Brooks of the West End Medical Center and pharmacist Phyllis Grayson, and they both provided a perspective and insight on this. This is a more serious flu than the usual flu that goes around every year. The usual flu. There are deaths. Generally, though, that's restricted to the very sick and the elderly. This flu, however, many young, healthy people have died. So it is a more severe flu than the one that we're usually accustomed to each year during flu season. By the way, flu season is from September or October into March, mid-March or so each year. So we are still within the flu season. It's good to get this shot. It takes about 30 days or 45 days for the antibodies to be released by our system. So even after getting the shot, we're still vulnerable to contracting the illness. So it's good to get it early. Good to get it now. The high risk groups, of course, the elderly. Pregnant women, that's another high risk group. Young people from about 6 to 9 months of age up to about age 24. And as I say, we've seen deaths in this category, which is unusual. If you're older than 24, in the age group 25 to 64, you should really seriously consider getting the flu shot if you're sick, if you have a medical condition that renders you vulnerable to illness. So it's very curious. There are a lot of myths going around this about this flu. It is not going to make you walk backwards. It is not a secret government plot to inject us with microchips or something else. It's a legitimate, serious health initiative. One of the interesting parts, Dr. Michael Brooks was telling us that, or perhaps it was Phyllis actually, Phyllis Grayson, the pharmacist. In any event, everybody was in agreement that we've sort of fallen into this period where we've sort of taken our immunities for granted. In the 50s and 60s, there was a large push, even in the 70s, I believe, a large public health push to immunize people from serious diseases like polio, which is an extremely crippling disease. And so we were effective in greatly reducing the frequency of a lot of diseases. Well, we've become lax, folks, and people are just for some reason not getting inoculations and vaccines for their children. So we could see we could see former diseases, serious diseases, emerge that we've simply forgotten how horrific they are. Polio was a terrifying disease, and so in any event, we can't be lax about these things. We've got to take public health seriously to protect our families and our communities. This flu is similar to other flus. As I say, it's more severe. It's seriously severe, but it can be prevented in the same similar kind of ways. Vaccination will prevent it. And by the way, if you take the vaccination and you still somehow get sick, get sick from swine flu or H1N1 virus, the course of the disease will be mitigated. It will be less severe because you've gotten the inoculation, even if you contract the flu during that 30 to 45 day period before your antibodies have been released and built up by your system. So it's good to take the flu. Not take the flu, take the vaccination. In any event, we should wash our hands, of course. We should, here's an interesting thing. If we cough, rather than cover our mouths with our hands, we should cough into our elbows. Because if we cough into our hands when we touch an object, the virus remains alive, and we can spread the flu that way. But if we cough into our elbows, then and keep our hands clean from the virus, then we can open doorknobs and not risk spreading the flu to other people. Any flu, many diseases like this, we don't even know we have it until we become symptomatic, and it takes time, and we're contagious during that whole period of time. So we can spread the flu without even realizing that we have it, and we can catch it from other people. Without realizing that they're sick, because they appear to be healthy, but they're still sick and they're still contagious. Only about 6% of the people who need to be inoculated for this flu actually have been inoculated to date. So more people really do need to be inoculated. We talked about a bit about holistic health, and the fact that holistic health really is something that we should really be practicing as part of our daily lives and our daily wellness before we get sick. If we contract a disease or we already get ill, it's already sort of the last minute, 11th hour. Holistic means as a cure is not nearly as effective as a form of prevention. If we do catch the flu, we do contract the flu. There's going to be body pains, cough, sneezing, these things. Over-the-counter medications, the usual over-the-counter medications for this are the best treatment. Lots of bed rest, plenty of fluids. Consider not going to work because we're contagious. So if we catch the flu, we don't want to spread it. We have sort of social obligation not to spread it. The flu shot, it can be free at public health departments or local agencies, so you might want to check locally and check with your local health department as to whether the shot is available for free. There's usually a cost for there is a cost or charge for the flu vaccination, which may be billable to insurance or to sometimes to Medicare. But if there's no kind of coverage whatsoever, we're still talking only about $18 or $20 for the shot. It's well worth it. It's a good investment, and as I say, quite often it can be obtained free or can be offset by insurance or Medicare. There's a lot of misinformation on this. Flu, it should be looked at soberly. The CDC has a website, the Center for Disease Control, where we can get facts about the flu if we want to arm ourselves with knowledge about it. And the most important thing is go by that. Go by knowledge, rather than rumor or secondhand information or, my friend told me this or my friend told me that or I heard this or I heard that. An interesting thing about the flu shot, the injection is the virus in the injection is dead, so you cannot get the flu from getting the injection. The nasal spray, however, does have live weakened virus in it. So the nasal injection, you don't want to take the nasal injection if you're in a high-risk group. You want to actually you don't want to take the nasal spray if you're in a high-risk group. You want to get the actual injection. The vaccine is pretty widely available right now in the initial stages. While they tried to analyze and assess and create a vaccine, there was none available, and a number of people died because of the unavailability of a vaccine. It simply didn't exist, had to be developed. But now it's widely available, and so people should avail themselves of that. I mean, the show convinced me. I'm going to go get a flu shot for the H1N1 virus, the swine flu. I just am. Even though my family says that we are descended and have the DNA of rats and we're immune to everything, I'm actually going to go and get this. Once you contract the flu, it's too late to get the shot. The shot is preventative. So go ahead and get the shot. And again, in the injection in the shot, there's no live virus. It's a dead virus. The nasal spray does have probably weakened virus in it, so you only want to take the nasal spray if you are in a low risk group. Is someone too young to take the shot? The threshold seems to be about 6 months of age. Below 6 months of age, a child may be too young, but check with your physician on that. Always check with your physician on any of this stuff that I tell you. though I have confidence in the information. I myself am not a medical professional. I'm just passing on information which is being filtered through my brain. So listen to our radio show. Link in the description box. Check the Center for Disease Control website, and avail yourself of all the resources, health resources available to you from your local agencies, health department, physician, what have you. Don't believe the rumors. Go for knowledge, not rumor. Take care, folks. I wish you all health and wellness. Bye bye.